A few years ago, a friend said to me, Chiso, do you know that the total population of humans on Earth has been estimated to be about 7 billion plus? And no two persons are exactly the same. We all have distinct characteristics, personalities, temperament, strengths, weaknesses, and even our purpose. This has gone on to be a value I've held on to for a few years now. Today, I'll be bringing to you a three-person perspective to helping you discover who you are, your distinct strengths, your distinct purpose on earth. My name is Chisom Steven, and welcome to the Such Talk with Chisom. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. And if you're new here, I hope you love it here. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, share as much as you can. Thank you. The three-person perspective I will be bringing to you today has been represented in a three-person Venn diagram, which comprises of the you, humanity, and God. So this is it is called a purpose diagram. It is trying to emphasize on the fact that there is no self-discovery that doesn't involve humanity, doesn't involve yourself, and doesn't involve God. I know a lot of people shy away from the conversations of purpose because of its overly usage that has almost become a cliche now. When you're asked, oh, what's your purpose, what's your this and that, and a lot of people just decide to shy away from it because it takes a lot of thinking and confusion, and you just find yourself in a lot of dilemma. However, I want you to take note of the diagram I made earlier. But before we dive into that aspect, there are 5 questions that one needs to ask on the journey to self-discovery. Now, I need you to understand that I cannot discover who you are for you. I can only help you, put you on the right perspectives, give you the right information that you need to help discover who you are. So this is the 5 questions that I would need you to ask yourself. One thing you also need to know that just because you are excelling wherever you are currently doesn't mean you are actually fulfilling the purpose that you've been created to fulfill. Now, these questions are as follows. Number 1, who am I? This is a question of identity. The next question is, where am I from? This is a question of source. And the third question is, why am I here? This is a question of purpose. The fourth question is, what can I do? This is a question of potentials. The fifth question is, where am I going? This is a question of destiny. So we're going to take each of these questions one after the other and we'll dissect them. So on to the first question today. The first question is, who am I? And like I said earlier, it is a question of identity. Truth be told, a lot of us are fragments of all the people we've met, admired, or related with. So we tend to pick up several qualities, temperaments from other people around while we were growing up and all of that, and this has formed who we act to be in the present. But that does not necessarily have to be who we are. Now, when I mean identity, if you are being honest, the way the fashion world has been able to push their brand is to bring up an influencer to influence their products. So people are interested in a product because of the person who is putting on or uses that product. Now, this is us. Oh, I want to be like this person. Saying this passively. Oh, if I want to identify with this person. Oh, this is that. I want to identify with this person. I want to identify with this thing. That this is why I said who you are is a question of your identity. You need to ask yourself, who am I? Who am I? But one thing I need you to know is you cannot discover who you are without the next question, where are you from? The next question is a question of where am I from? Sorry, it's a question of source. Now, like I said earlier, you cannot discover who you are without asking yourself where you're from. The mindset you have about where you originated from is what makes up who you are. And I need you to know that this has nothing to do with your ethnicity. It has nothing to do with your tribe. It's not about that. Now I'm asking you, where's your source? So there are so many people who believe in God and so many people who do not believe in God. And in your purpose journey, in discovering who you are, you need to acknowledge where you're from. If you have not been able to acknowledge this part or able to discover where you're from, then you are not ready to start the discovery to be of who you are. And the next question you need to ask yourself is, why am I here? Now this is a question of purpose. After you've asked yourself, who am I, where am I from, then you have to ask yourself, why you're here. Why are you here on earth? This is something people shy away from, but it's very essential, because this is the reason why a lot of people, despite the millions, the billions that they've ever acquired, they continue to have a sense of unfulfillment, because there is a gap that each human has been created to fill. And if you're not feeling it, no matter how small, you will never get the sense of fulfillment. And that's why people say success is relative. So success is not just should not just be the amount of money you're able to get, but that is the gap you're able to fill, the problem you're able to solve. Now the first question is the question of potentials, and that is, what can I do? So we've been able to establish that, oh, who am I? You've been able to establish where you're from. You'll be able to acknowledge that, oh, I'm from God. Oh, I'm from the ground. Wherever you want to accept that you're from. You've been able to establish the fact that, oh, I have been set on earth to do something. So the next thing we need to talk about is, what can I do now? So yeah, this is where the question of potential is coming. For a lot of people, it's so easy to establish or define your potential, because it's something that is very visible. So, oh, you know you can sing. Oh, you know you're very handy. Oh, you know you're a wonderful creative. Oh, you know you draw so well. Oh, you know you can talk well and all of that stuff. But there's some other people that have spent their years on earth asking themselves that, oh, I do not think I have any unique traits. I do not think I have any unique personality. I do not think I have anything unique about myself, which is it's a total lie, because every human being has a potential, and that potential doubles to be something you can do on earth. And now to the last video, that is, where am I going? A question of destiny. This is a question that a lot of people, we have so many stories. A lot of people believe they are going back to different places anyway, but as a Christian, I want you to know that I'm speaking from a standpoint of a Christian and a believer. So I know where I'm going. We know that, okay, there is heaven and there is hell, right? And this question has to do with, okay, after you've been able to render your service, where are you going? A lot of people live below our abilities, because we believe that, okay, so when I live on earth, what next? When I die, what next? So there's nothing to really stress ourselves about. But if you have the mindset, like me, who is a Christian, I believe that I'm going to heaven to make account of all I have done on earth. So I would act differently than another person who believes that there is no afterlife. I don't know if you understand me. So where am I going? It's a question of purpose, because when you know that you have a destination, the destination you have of afterlife would also inspire how you act on earth, would also inspire what you view of yourself, would also inspire who you are. So when you know that there is going to be an afterlife where you're going to render accounts of your life and your existence, everything you do on earth would be tailored around this, or it will influence your decisions, it will influence your actions and all of that. So today we've been able to talk about the 5 questions that we need to ask ourselves. So I hope that in the next video, when we have to talk about the 3-person Venn diagram I made earlier, because it's only possible for us to talk about those diagrams if you've been able to ask yourself these questions. I hope you'll be able to ask yourself, and you'll be able to understand better when I make the next video. So see you in the next video. Thank you for watching to this extent. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, share to as much